Africa has become a hostile place for undocumented migrants, as a deadline set by protesters for them to leave the country approaches. I am very scared and traumatized. Esnat Joseph, a 36-year-old Malawian woman, told the BBC as she tried to comfort her crying one-year-old triplets.
Norway's Crown Princess Mette-Marit has undergone a successful lung transplant and is recovering from the procedure. The Royal Household said in a statement on Wednesday the 52-year-old wife of Crown Prince Haakon, the heir to the Norwegian throne, was diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis in 2018, a chronic disease that causes scarring in the lungs and leads to a reduced oxygen uptake.
Austria marked their return to the World Cup after a 28-year absence, with a tense 3-1 win over debutants Jordan in their Group J opener on Tuesday, relying on a second-half own goal and a last-gasp penalty from Marko Arnautovic to claim the 3 points. Austria took the lead on 20 minutes through a Romano Schmid thunderbolt, but were pegged back 5 minutes after the break when striker Ali Olwan found space in the area and fired a sizzling shot inside the far post.
Iran has accused Israel of repeatedly violating the Lebanon truce linked to its agreement with the United States, warning that continued attacks could trigger a harsh response from Tehran. The accusations come after Israeli strikes killed 4 people in southern Lebanon.
Georgia Republicans have delivered mixed results for United States President Donald Trump in the state's primary elections, opting for the president's preferred U.S. Senate candidate but rejecting his choice for governor. Trump's influence is being put to the test in this year's midterm elections as 4 states and the District of Columbia held primaries on Tuesday. Oil prices are continuing to drop as hopes rise for a return to stability in global energy markets before the signing of a framework agreement on ending the United States-Israel war on Iran. Futures for Brent, crude due for delivery in August, dipped nearly 1% on Wednesday, extending declines of about 5% on each of the previous 2 days.
The Capital Development Authority, CDA, has launched a major road infrastructure project in Islamabad, with Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi on Tuesday performing the groundbreaking of along the Islamabad Expressway. The project involves the construction of a 9-kilometre dual carriageway comprising 3 lanes on each side in place of the existing service road. The road will run from Faizabad to the Gulberg Green stop and is estimated to cost Rs 7.4 billion.
Lenovo has introduced the Tab Plus Gen 2, a new entertainment-focused tablet with a larger display and an upgraded speaker system. The first Lenovo Tab Plus was announced in mid-2024 with 8 JBL speakers. The second generation model now comes with 9 JBL speakers. Punjab has proposed higher token taxes for commercial loader vehicles and private vehicles and capacities under the Punjab Finance Bill 2026. The proposed legislation seeks a 3-fold increase in token tax on commercial loader vehicles. Under the new rates, vehicles with a maximum laden capacity exceeding 4,006 but not exceeding 820 will pay Rs 6,200 in Rs 6,000 compared to the current Rs 2,200.
In a world where home is increasingly becoming a reflection of personal style and well-being, Ideas Home has unveiled a bedding collection that brings together heritage, craftsmanship and contemporary luxury. The newly launched Indus Valley Cotton Collection is a limited edition premium bedding range designed for those who appreciate refined living, timeless aesthetics and uncompromising comfort. Inspired by the purity and legacy of the Indus region, the collection embodies the brand's philosophy, rooted in purity, crafted for luxury. It celebrates the authenticity of premium cotton while translating it into modern designs that transform bedrooms into serene sanctuaries. The Pentagon is restoring the name of the US Indo-Pacific Command to the US Pacific Command. It said on Tuesday, reversing a 2018 decision. The renaming will not change the command's area of responsibility, which stretches from the western part of India to America's Pacific coastline, the Department of War said in a statement.
Veteran actor Bushra Ansari has become the latest celebrity to raise her voice for the rescue and safe return of Pakistani mariners who have been held captive by pirates since April 21. In a reel on her Instagram account, Ansari said, "I've been hearing for about 2 months now that Somali pirates had captured our compatriots along with some Indians and Bangladeshis. These men who left their homes to work hard for their families are in dire straits."
German public broadcaster ZDF has removed part of a report that claimed tech trillionaire Elon Musk had called for migrants to be hunted in Northern Ireland. ZDF conceded its wording was misleading, while Musk said legal action is being taken against ZDF for their outrageous lies.
Activewear brand Lululemon is in hot water in China after a promotional event held on the Great Wall appeared to mistakenly feature a Japanese drum, setting off an online furore. The consumer backlash, which prompted Lululemon to issue an apology and scrub its campaign, is the latest example of how quickly Western brands can come unstuck in a country where nationalism has surged under strongman leader Xi Jinping.
A group of indigenous Taiwanese seafarers have completed a daring quest, braving choppy waters and using the stars for navigation as they paddled a traditional wooden canoe to the Philippines in a journey that highlights the astonishing feat of human migration across the Pacific. Taiwan's indigenous people, who nowadays make up just a tiny proportion of the island's population, are believed to be the ancestors of many of the groups who came to inhabit lands stretching from Hawaii and Easter Island in the eastern Pacific to Madagascar off the coast of East Africa. The world is losing an estimated 324 trillion litres, 85.6 trillion gallons of freshwater each year, enough to meet the needs of 280 million people annually, according to a 2025 World Bank report. This persistent loss of fresh water, known as continental drying, is driven by worsening droughts and unsustainable land and water practices. The 2026 World Cup will have 13 different kick-off times. To find out exactly when your team is playing in your local time, who England versus Croatia? What? FIFA World Cup 2026 Group L, match where AT&T Stadium, Dallas, Texas, when Wednesday, 3 p.m. local time, 20 GMT, how to follow. We'll have all the build-up on Al Jazeera Sport from 17 GMT in advance of our live text commentary stream. The National Emergencies Operations Centre, NEOC, of the National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, has issued an alert warning of rain, thunderstorms, strong winds and possible hailstorms in several parts of Pakistan from June 16 to 20. According to the alert, a westerly weather system is expected to affect the country's upper and northern regions during the period. Rain and thunderstorms are forecast for parts of Punjab, including Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Murree, Attock, Chakwal, Mandi, Bahauddin, Gujarat, Jhelum, Sialkot, Gujranwala, Faisalabad, Sargodha, Jang, Dera Ghazi Khan, Bahawalpur and Rahimyar Khan.
Esha named her scooty Riri. After herself, it cost 420,000 and she hasn't spent a rupee more since on transport. Every time the scooty hums to life when the 22-year-old leaves for classes at the College of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering, heads turn. "My friends think it's cool," she says. Young women light up in public. They say it looks easy to handle. Their reaction means everything to her.
Austria celebrated their long-awaited return to the World Cup with a 3-1 win over determined debutant Jordan on Tuesday, with substitute Marko Arnautovic the difference in a gritty end-to-end Group J match. On a brisk night in the San Francisco Bay Area, Austria went ahead with a 21st minute thunderbolt from Romano Schmid before Jordan fought back after the break through Ali Olwan's exquisite strike in off the post. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar said on Wednesday that Pakistan was pleased to facilitate the repatriation of 30 Iranian nationals. In a post on the social media platform X, he said that this number included 8 Iranian fishermen rescued at sea by the British vessel MMA Valour after their boat ran aground, and 22 Iranian crew members from the vessel Lenore Davina, recently interdicted by US authorities.
Sabina Farouk wants to see an end to the senseless killing of stray animals, and apparently that has led her to receive hate on the internet. In an Instagram story posted on Tuesday, the actor asked why people began to call for dog culling whenever they heard of a dog with rabies. Emerging markets suffer from inadequate representation at the United Nations. UN, its authority increasingly challenged by escalating political and economic disputes worldwide. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said on Wednesday, the comments came in a rare press briefing in Beijing for the issue of a white paper outlining ways to make global governance more outline ways to global governance more just and equitable.
Elon Musk's artificial intelligence tool Grok was used in strikes against Iran, the United States government revealed in a legal briefing seen Tuesday by AFP. The June 15 brief defends the gas turbines used by a giant data center belonging to the trillionaire's company xAI, which are the target of an environmental lawsuit.
Far from the gilded halls of Westminster, an unassuming community centre, squat, utilitarian, and with a parking lot whose potholes overflow with water whenever it rains, has become the centre of power in British politics. Here, in rooms more accustomed to hosting bingo nights, dance classes, sports watch parties and weddings, Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham's campaign team is plotting his return to Parliament. If he succeeds, it is likely he will challenge Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer for leadership of the centre-left governing Labour Party, and so the premiership. Lionel Messi marked his record 6th World Cup appearance with his first hat-trick at a FIFA tournament, also becoming the joint highest scorer at a World Cup, as Argentina beat Algeria 3 to open the defence of their global crown. The former 38-year-old forward thought he had opened the scoring in the 8th minute Kansas City's on Tuesday. He slotted home from close range, but the offside flag was raised.
The United States government has intervened on the side of Elon Musk's xAI in a legal dispute over a $20 BN data center, claiming that efforts to block a related power project threaten national security. In a court motion filed this week, the Department of Justice requested the dismissal of a lawsuit accusing xAI of illegally operating dozens of natural gas turbines erected to power the Colossus II data center in Memphis, Tennessee.
Lahore. The Punjab government on Tuesday proposed increasing Abhiana, water charges, token tax and agriculture to in-20 tax under the Punjab Finance Bill 2026 in order to widen the provincial tax base. The government plans to collect Rs 748.70 billion in taxes, which is 42.69% more than last year's target of 524.70 BN.
Lahore. The Punjab government on Tuesday allocated $750 billion for the education sector 26-27 annual budget, including funds for schools, colleges and universities. The government claimed that the allocation, constituting around 15% of the provincial budget, was aimed at improving quality education and supporting students' infrastructure, supporting across the province, enhancing access to students' province.
Province surrenders 749 to National Exchequer. Social sector gets largest share at 333.666. Infrastructure allocating 17.24. Production sector gets 103s. 25 BN. Transport gets bulk of services funds at 78.5 HOR. The Punjab government on Tuesday unveiled a scaled-down R752 billion annual development programme, ADP, for the next fiscal year, down about 40% from last year's 1,240 BN, after surrendering 749 BN to the National Exchequer, with social sectors receiving the largest share of development spending, followed by infrastructure and production-related sectors.